Hey friends, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden, and welcome to another solo playthrough here on the Board Game Garden. This one is actually going to be my first ever sponsored playthrough, so a huge thank you to Daily Magic Games for sponsoring today's video. Today I'm going to be showing you a game called Castellans of Valeria, which was published by Daily Magic Games, and it is designed by Isaias Vallejo, I believe. And this is the next game in the group of Valeria games. There are a ton of different games in this series. Castellans of Valeria is going to be up on Kickstarter starting on June 13th, so definitely go and check that out. I will have the link down below to the Kickstarter campaign if it's something that you guys are interested in. I also want to mention that Castellans of Valeria plays 1 to 5 players. It is 14 plus and it plays in about 60 to 90 minutes. I've played the solo variant a few times and it takes me about 60 minutes. Sometimes it takes me a little bit more, but I do get quite distracted when I play solo games. So if you can be more in the zone and not get distracted as much as me, then it might take you an hour or slightly less than an hour to play the solo variant. But yes, that is everything for the intro. A huge thank you again to Daily Magic Games for sponsoring today's playthrough. And give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy. Also hit that subscribe button if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. Without further ado, let's get into this playthrough, shall we? All right, so getting into the playthrough, I have everything set up here in front of me. There is the main board. This is the city of Kosk, I believe. We have 6 different districts here that we are going to be vying for power of. We have the player boards here. I have my player board as well as the AI's player board. We have some different cards up here that we can purchase throughout the game. And then we also have these solo little things here that are going to be helping us run the AI. I do want to kind of give you guys a little bit of an overview of the theming for the solo variant of this game. Is a little bit different than the multiplayer, but they have it here. There is going to be one cohesive player book for this. I will say right off the bat right now, this is a prototype, so things are definitely changing from what I have here in front of me. They've actually been making a ton of amazing changes from the different pieces, the double layered player boards as well. The spaces are going to be shrunk a little bit, so these pieces fit a little bit better in the player boards. The pieces are also going to have some different screen printing, and they're going to be changing up the monuments a little bit as well, so you guys will see that throughout the game. But for the rule book, they're going to have one big rule book. Instead of having the different rule books, there's going to be one cohesive rule book. So for the solo of Castellans of Valeria, this is a little overview of what you are doing, the theming for the solo. So you've been a Castellan of Kosk for years, but the Duke has decided you're not doing a good enough job. He's brought in some young upstart to pit against you in a test to see who can best improve and manage the city. You have insights into your opponent's plans, which will be on here, which I will show you guys in a second, but you'll have to work hard to prove that you're still one of the best Castellans of Valeria. So we have a little bit of competition, and we're trying to make sure that this little upstart here is not going to overpower us and not going to get our job. So I will say right now there are some different solo AIs that you can play against. There are 6 different options here. We have the main solo board here that is going to help us determine where the AI is going to be placing things based off of a die roll, what cards the AI is going to be taking, different decisions. This is just going to help us make decisions for the AI based off of die rolls. And then, like I said, there are 3 different things here, 2-sided, of some different opponents that you can go against. So I believe that some of them are maybe harder than others, but I'm just going to honestly just pick a random one. I don't really know which one to pick. Maybe we'll pick the best named one. So we have Faye, the Duke's daughter. He's trying to hire his own daughter to overtake us. Okay. Radiman, the provider. Very cute. He looks like a nice father figure. We have Joseph, the builder. Looks very strong. We have Bayan, the holy. Okay. We have Miriam, the Seamaster. Then we also have Balthazar, the defender. I think it's kind of funny to go against the the daughter of the Duke. I think that's pretty funny. So we're gonna go against Faye, the Duke's daughter. Let's do that one. She is going to be doing some different things at the end of her turn. The AIs kind of do some different things throughout the game. So we have a little bit of an insight on what the AI is going to be doing per round. There are 5 different rounds, and each round, 3 different districts are going to be getting scored. And then the last round, every single district will get scored. So we're kind of paying attention to some certain districts for certain rounds. But towards the end, obviously, every single district is going to be getting scored. So like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this is an majority area control game where we are going to be, first off, drafting some dice, which I love a good dice draft. So we are going to be drafting some dice in order to get some resources that we're going to be using to place out buildings on these different regions. So each of the buildings is going to be doing something different, and I will explain each of them as we go throughout the game, as we go throughout scoring and stuff like that. So I'm very, very excited to get into this. I will add as well that when you use certain die for certain actions or building certain buildings, you get some bonus reward, which is one of my favorite parts of this, trying to get those specific die that you know you're going to be using for placing out specific buildings. I think it's a really cool mechanism. So we're going to be drafting 3 die and then using 3 die in order to do 3 different actions on our turn, whether that be placing out buildings or selling or buying goods from the wharf down here, or placing out citizens, different things like that. And then also additionally on your turn, you can decide to buy a monument and place one of those out. And then also lastly, I do want to point out there are 4 different tracks over here. These are the guild tracks, and we are trying to get influence with these 4 different guilds, and you are doing that by placing specific buildings into specific districts. So each district is going to have 2 different guilds that they are associated with, and whenever you place a building there, most of the time buildings will get you steps on these different tracks, and then you're going to be scoring victory points for if you're the farthest up on those specific tracks. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's get into this solo play. I will say right off the bat, everyone gets to choose to place a manor onto one of the 6 districts. I will point out that these 3 districts here, so the top corner left is going to be getting scored this first round. So I'm going to take one of my manors, which I will also add that manors, when you take a manor off, it gives you an ongoing ability. Aside from this one here on the far right, this one just gives you an automatic ability, which is you gain 3 resources or 6 coins. So you could take that off right away and have a good advantage there. There's also the lighthouse, which is kind of a mix of both a normal building and a monument. So it's going to be scoring you for control power as well as victory points. So you guys will hear a lot of me saying VP and CP in this game. So CP is going to be control power and VP is also obviously victory points. And whoever has the most victory points at the end of the game is the winner. So then all of these manors here are going to be ongoing abilities. So I think right off the bat, I really love going for a good temple or manor. Maybe I should do manor ongoing action. So I'm going to take this one here, and because I took this off, I am going to, for the rest of the game, get 1 additional influence on one of the 2 tracks wherever I place a manor. So typically when you place a manor, you're going to be placing them into one of the districts. So I think I am going to place up here in Norhigh, and this is going to allow me to get 1 influence on both the helmet track and the bird track. So I'm going to place 1 there and 1 here. And then going forward, whenever I place a manor, I'm going to get 1 additional influence on one of those 2 tracks. So wherever I do place that manor. So I'm going to place there. And then the AI doesn't actually get any sort of benefit, so you can just take from whatever one. And then the AI is going to roll this die, and they're going to start on 6. So that is going to be also there. So the AI is actually going to go on the same spot as me. Oh boy, we have a little bit of confrontation here. And then the AI is also going to get an influence on the same 2 tracks that I got. So that is that. And then I will add as well, there are these green buildings here that kind of just add a little bit more competition to the districts. So again, I'm gonna take, no, I am not. I'm just gonna take 4. No, I'm gonna take 5. Because basically at the beginning of the game, 1 green building is going to be placed in every single one of these that nobody put something in. So we're gonna place all 5 here. So in the rulebook, it does say that you place a green building in the remaining 4. So it is anticipating that the AI is going to be going into a different district as you, but we went into the same one. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to place all 5 of these or not, or just 4 and not put 1 in somewhere. So maybe what I will do, just to make this easier, I'm gonna roll this, and whatever one comes up, I will take that one off. Just so that, because I know at the end of every single round, we're going to be adding an additional one. So let me roll this, and then we will take off number 5, just to make it a little bit random. And we have the 4 to place at the end of the next 4 rounds. So that is everything for the setup. We have our 2 first starting manors out, and we also do have the other 4 buildings for a little bit of extra competition, and we are going to start. So I'm gonna roll all 9 of these dice. You will roll more with more players, but we're gonna roll these over on the side here. And I need to make sure that I don't hit these, because I did that in the past in a game where I just hit all of the influence markers and then I just like didn't know where my influence was. So I need to make sure I do not hit the tracks. Okay, so these are all of the dice that we have to draft from. Usually when I do this, when I roll the die, I like to kind of organize them into the different ones that we have to choose from. And I am going to start as the first player, but going forward, whoever is has the least amount of victory points is going to be the first player in the solo round. So if you manage to stay in front of the AI most of the time, then the AI is going to be going first, which most of the time is fine. But I will also mention that we do start with some starting resources. But yes, I am going to draft. I do want to get some more food. I will also point out that with the AI, it kind of shows you what they're going to be doing on this round. So there are 3 different dice that the AI is going to look to sell. And so I'm going to be looking to make sure that the AI maybe doesn't get these 3 types of dice. So they are looking for the influence, the stone, as well as food. So maybe I should try to not let them get some of those, but we will see. I think they're gonna get some anyways. They also do have a like priority chart on the side here. Each of the AIs are going to have a different priority, but for Faye, she prioritizes influence, then stone, then coins, then food, then wood, then magic. So I am going to draft first, and I think I am just going to, right off the bat, grab the influence, and I'm going to place that there, and then right away I can get an influence on any of the tracks, any of my choice. So I'm going to go up on the key track. These I believe do have a specific name to them, but I'm just going to call them by the icons. So there's a hammer, helmet, key, and bird. The AI is then going to draft a stone, and they do not like get any of the resources. Again, they don't even have any resources on their track here, so they are just taking what they prioritize, and then they are going to be placing buildings that they have planned. So next up, I am going to take the stone, and I'm going to place it on my board here, and then I gain that stone right away. The AI is then going to take the coins, so they are going to place that on their board. They do not get anything for that again. And then, what do I want to draft? I think I'm gonna draft the food, just so that the AI doesn't get it. And I also do want to do something with the food as well. So then the AI will draft last and grab that wood. So Now, the other 3 die that are left are gonna go onto this spot right here. And there is a specific way for us to get these resources if we would like, or me, because the AI does not do anything. They just place out buildings. Okay, so I now have 3 different die to use to perform 3 different actions. So I think right away I'm going to place a temple. And so temples here you guys can see, if I use a stone die, I do gain 1 additional stone. So it's pretty much just like a discount of 1 stone for placing out a temple. A temple costs you 2 stone to place out onto the board. If there are any other temples in that district that you are looking to build that temple, you do have to pay 1 coin. And then you get 2 influence on the 2 tracks that match the district that you place that temple in. So I'm going to decide to do this. I am going to use my stone die for that. So I do gain an additional stone. And then I do have to pay 2 stone, 1, 2, in order to place out one of my temples. And I think I am going to place my temple on, I'm going to place my temple here. This is the Bizani Gate, and I'm going to place that there in that district. And that means that I do get 2 influence on hammer and 1 influence, or 2 influence, sorry, 2 influence on this. And then whenever you pass these lines here, you do gain the reward. So I do gain 2 coins. That is awesome. And that is everything for my turn. So we're moving on to the AI's turn. Their first action is going to be that they are going to be placing out a manor. And basically for placing the AI's buildings, you do have a specific for each round. Whatever the die is rolled, that's the district that they're going to be placing. So I'm gonna roll their die. They rolled a 6, and that means, oh my God, they're going straight on for this top Norhigh district. So they're gonna go there, and they are going to again get influence in those 2 spots. So they're going to get a helmet, and they are going to gain a bird, like so. And that is the end of the AI's turn. Super easy. You just have to roll a die usually to figure out where they are going to place a building, what they are going to do, different things like that. So it's back to me, and I do have 2 more here. And if I am to use a food die specifically for a recruit action, I do gain a food. So I'm gonna gain a food. And then for the recruit action, this has to do with the cards up here. And these cards are really, really helpful. They allow you to have some sort of ongoing ability throughout the game. So I figured it would probably be a good idea for me to get one pretty early on in the game. So I can purchase from these 4 or these 4, and whatever the number is below that citizen or that citizen card, I do have to pay that. So I do have 3. I could purchase any of them that I wanted, but I think there's a bunch of awesome abilities. Basically, they can be like whenever you draft this, it can be used as this. Whenever you get this sort of thing, you gain this. What is this sculptor? So the sculptor is that whenever I gain or draft a die or spend a die, I can use it as a stone. Ooh, that's fun. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll get the sculptor and I'll go full on temple strategy. I think that might be what I do. So I'm gonna grab the sculptor. I only have to pay 1 food for that, so that's awesome. And I'm gonna place that beside my board. All right, so for the sculptor, it does have one of the guild icons on it here, and that one is the bird. So I gain 1 influence in the bird, And then additionally, I get to place one of these little citizen meeples, the cutest little baby meeples there is. And I am going to, I'm gonna place it here. I'm gonna place the citizen here. And I will kind of explain that basically, I don't know if you guys can see this little guide right here, but each of the buildings and different things that you're placing into these districts have different CP, so control power. So the citizens are 1 control power, the temples are 1 control power, The manors are 1 control power, and then there's also windmills. Windmills are half a control power, and then ships are 1 control power, and then the green buildings, the little bit of competition, are 1 control power as well. So I'm currently kind of tied here, and then obviously the AI has 1 more than me there. So I'm gonna place this here, and then that means for the citizen, because we got 1 from the card, we only get to choose 1 from here. So I am going to choose the, I'll choose the I'll choose the key, just so that I'm getting all of my influence tracks up at the same time. I don't know if that's the best strategy or if it's better to kind of focus on 1 or 2, but I'm gonna try to focus on all of them. We'll see how that goes. But that is everything for my turn. Moving back to the AI, which I will add that they've already used 1 die. They're going to move into using their 2nd die, and they are going to place a temple. So they are going to take a temple. We are again going to roll this die here. And again, what? They are going overboard with this Norhai here. So they're going to be placing their temple here as well. Holy manoli. So that means that they are going to get 2 influence on helmet. So 1, 2. The AI doesn't get any reward for that. And then they're also going to get 2 influence on the bird. So they're focusing super on those 2 tracks, clearly, and on just this 1 district. Okay, so that is everything for the AI's turn. We're going to move back to my last turn here. And I do have an influence die. So if I was to use this influence die and take the ship action, which I would then be able to buy or sell from the wharf here, and then additionally, I would be able to take a sub action. Some of these have sub actions. So the sail, I would be able to place down a boat, which I could actually do that. That might be a good idea. Maybe I will do that, actually. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my influence die, and I'm going to take the ship action. So right now, I only have access to 2 shipping crates here, but you guys can see that there's another one here, and this one gets unlocked when you take this manor here. So I could have decided at the beginning of the game to take this manor instead, and I would have had access to this 3rd crate here, but I did not, but I can do that in the future. So I only have access to two crates, and I can come over here to the wharf, and I can actually decide to either buy some goods or sell goods with these 2 crates. So I will additionally say, because I used a influence die, I do gain 1 additional influence on any one of these tracks, and I am just gonna do the hammer, sure. And because I passed that line, I do gain another 2 coins, and because I have this manor here, I cannot go any further on the coin track until I get rid of those 2. Okay, so for the buy or selling of goods, what do I wanna do here? Actually, you know what? I think I might just buy some goods. I think it's always good to have some. The thing is that I cannot gain any more money. I cannot gain any more coins because of this manor being in the way. So if I was to sell any goods for victory points and coins, I'd kind of be forfeiting those coins. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to purchase 1 and 2. I'm going to purchase 1 food, and I'm going to purchase 1 stone. And that's going to be 1 coin each. So I'm going to pay 2 coins for that. All right, and then additionally, I am going to take the sub action of placing a ship. So I have to pay 2 wood, 1, 2, and I get to place out a ship. Again, if there was any other ships in the district that I was placing, I would have to pay an additional coin, but there is not. So maybe one of these 2 spaces. I don't even know if I want to attempt to even try to do anything there. Maybe it would be a good idea for me to try, but then I would just be tied for these 2. So I think I'm actually going to place my boat here in Bazani Gate, and I do not gain any influence for boats. So when you're placing boats out, there's no influence, so I do not go up any tracks, and that is everything for me. And then lastly, for the AI, they're going to be taking a recruit action. So they're going to be placing their last die down here, and they are going to be taking one of the cards and then placing out one of these little meeples. So for the cards, which additionally I will add that I need to move these down and place out a new citizen card, they're going to be taking one of these cards based off of die roll again. So they rolled a 3, so they are going to be taking not this one, but this one, and that is going to be getting discarded from the game. This again will get moved over. And then for the little citizen meeple here, we're going to roll the die, and we are going to be placing this in one, which is this district here. Oh no, they're coming after my district. And then additionally, I will say that they do gain whatever the influence was on this card. So they are going to gain 1 influence on the hammer. And then as for where they're placing it here, they only get one of these 2. So we're going to, again, with a die roll, 6. So if you roll a 6, it is going to be the right. So they're going to, again, gain a hammer. There we go. They decided to gain 2 hammers. All right, so that is everything for the AI's turn. We're gonna move back to, no, we're not gonna move back to my turn. It is the end of the round. So, all right, so before we get into the scoring for this last round, I do wanna mention that the AI does do some additional things at the end of their turn each round, whether that be 2 additional things or just 1. But for the first round here, they're going to be placing out their gate, which the gate is one of the 3 monuments, and monuments are going to be getting you victory points based off of where you place them and what is in those spots or that district or some districts around them. So for the gate here, the AI, basically you have to count out where the best spot would be for the AI to place their monument. So the gate specifically gets points based off of citizens in 2 different districts. So this gate is actually going to be placed here because the AI is going to be gaining 2 victory points for these 2 citizens already being placed here. So they, going forward, will get victory points every single round for every citizen in these 2 districts here, which is a little bit unfortunate because there's already 2 citizens there. But maybe I will place my gate here in the future to kind of profit off of those 2 citizens there. So they're going to place their gate there. And then additionally, the AI is going to have a chance to sell goods, and based off of whatever color is here. So as you guys can see here, it is purple for the first round, green for the second round, purple, green, purple. But for this one, they're going to be focusing on this middle section here, and they are going to be trying to sell either influence, stone, or food, which there is no influence, stone, or food in this middle section. So fortunately for me, they are not going to do anything here in the wharf. So, hey friends, it is Editing Jenna. I just wanted to pop on here to let you guys know that shortly after I filmed this, I discovered that I was playing the wharf card wrong for the solo variant. Basically, the icons on the card do not matter. All that matters is that if the AI has the certain dice that they are looking for, they do score for the influence or the victory points based off of the color of the box. So whether that is purple or green, if they do have any of the 3 die, they do gain those things. So hopefully that clears things up for you guys. Sorry about that. I'm going to go through the video and correctly score what the AI got and what I got for the wharf card each round, and I will put a finishing score, the correct finishing score at the end of the video. That is everything for the AI's finishing turn. And we are going to get into the scoring. So first thing right off the bat is that we are going to be scoring for each of the districts that are active for this round. So obviously it is 1, 2, and 3. And we are going to start from 1. So each of these, there's a little like number here for each of them. That's how you determine for the dice roll and stuff like that. But we're going to start with 1 here. We are all tied. So we are actually going to add up all 3, first, second, and third, and divide it by 3. So it's going to be 6, 4, and 2, so 12 divided by 3. We are each going to gain 4 victory points. The green building here is just for the battle part. They do not like gain any victory points, but they do affect whoever is in first, second, third, that sort of thing. And then we're going to move up to the second one here, which is the Bazani Gate, and we are going to calculate. I have 2 and the green has 1, so I do win. So I gain 6 victory points, making me 10. I'm gonna lay these guys down so you can see them a little bit better. So I get 10 for this one, and then the Nor High. The AI clearly has the most power there. They have 3, I have 1. But because I at least have 1 there, I do gain the second place victory points. So I gain 4 victory points. So I'm at 14, and they gain 6 at 10. And then once you are finished scoring the different districts, you score the monuments. So the only monument out right now is the gate for the AI player, and they're going to gain 1 victory point per citizens in these 2 regions. So I'm going to give them 2 victory points for that. And then lastly, there is the wharf down here. You are gaining, if you are first, you get 3, second is 2, and third is 1. So I am the only one here, so I gain 3 victory points for that. 1, 2, 3. And I believe that is everything for the scoring. And then for future rounds, I'm probably going to speed up this part, but it's just kind of like a reset phase. So basically you are going to be taking these dice off here. We're going to be taking the dice from each player here as well, placing it back over here. We are going to take back the cargo crates that were placed on the wharf card. A new one is flipped over, so the wharf card that we had face up here just gets flipped over. So there are some different things to buy and sell here. We additionally discard the furthest left on this side and the furthest to right on this side. Those get discarded. Eventually, if these 2 piles get wiped, then we will reshuffle, but these get moved over. These get flipped. So we got some new citizen cards to choose from, like so. And we move to the second round. So hopefully the next few rounds or the rest of the rounds will go a little bit quicker. And then additionally, for a 2 or 3 player game, I believe, as well as the solo variant, you roll the die, and that is 3. So this next tower gets placed on 3. Oh, the green player's trying to get in on the Nor High. There we go. All right, so that is everything for the reset phase, and then we are going to get right into the next round. So we're gonna roll all of these dice over here. Oh, wow, okay. So we have lots of magic, we have lots of influence, we got some coins, and we got a little bit of food. All right, so because I am furthest, that means that I'm gonna go second. The AI is going to go first. If the AI ever was to pass us, we would be the first player. But right off the bat, the AI is going to get a influence die. They're going to draft that right off the bat. And when the AI drafts the influence die, they do take the influence. Any of the other resources they do not take, but the influence die is rare in that case where they do gain a influence, and they gain an influence on the track that they have the least of. So they're going to gain an influence on the key track for that. And then moving to me, I think they're going to just take the influence if there is. So I think I'm just going to take an influence just to get 1 away from them. They will need, for their buying / selling here, they're going to need coins, wood, or magic. Ooh. So I will say that they're never going to draft wood or magic in front of any of these ones here. So I don't think they're going to gain those. Well, the coins they're going to get, most likely. Yeah, they're probably going to grab a coin at some point. But I think that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So I gained an influence. So I gain 1 of these. And I think I'm going to go up on the key track. That gains me 2 coins. Again, I can't go past here until I get rid of that manor. And then the AI, again, is going to draft an influence die as well. And they're going to go up again on the key track, because that is the one that they have the least. I am going to draft... Doesn't really matter what I draft. They are going to go for 1 of these coins. I am not going to draft any coins because I can't go up further. So I am just going to draft a magic. I'm going to draft a magic. I'm going to grab a magic, which I haven't explained magic yet, but basically magic is a wild resource. But the thing is that you have to use 1 of the resource that you need in order to additionally use the magic. So if I was to use or need wood for something, I can't just use 2 magic as wood. I have to be able to at least use 1 wood and then use another magic as a wild for a wood, if that makes sense. So you have to have at least 1 of that resource that you're trying to use the magic as. Okay, so then the AI, obviously, at the end there is going to take a coin. They don't gain anything for that. And then I am going to draft, I think, just another magic. I'm just going to grab another magic there, and that gains me another magic here. There we go. So then these 3 here that were not drafted gets placed here like that. And we are going to get right into this. So because it is the AI's turn first, they are going to, on the second round, be placing a temple. So they're going to take this temple. We are going to roll this die to see where they are going to place the temple. For round 2, number 1 and 2, if I roll a 1 or a 2, they place here in Penumbra. And they are going to gain 2 bird influence. 1, 2. Oh no, they are up on the bird track quite a bit. And then they are going to gain 2 on the key track as well. Oh no, this is not good. So that is the end of the AI's turn. We're going to move over to me, which I totally forgot that I had the sculptor. And I could have used whatever I drafted as a stone. I can also use any of these as a stone as well, specifically for the temple action in order to get like a little bit of a discount. So that's a good thing to have. Okay, I think I want to get some control power out. So, let me see here. I think I'm just going to use one of these magic dice as a stone for my sculptor here to build another temple. That allows me to gain 1 stone because that was a stone or was changed to a stone because of the sculptor. I think I'm also going to place my temple in Penumbra as well. Because there is already a temple here, I am going to have to pay a coin. So I'm going to pay that. And I am going to go up 2 on bird and 2 on key. So 1, 2. I can't get 2 coins, but I at least can get that 1 coin back for passing over this line. So that was for bird, and then I get 2 key as well. So 1, 2. All right, and I already paid my coin, did all that. So that is everything. I think actually on this turn, because I have 6 coins, I think I'm going to additionally place one of my monuments. So this is the first time that I'm placing a monument. Monuments do not need like a full action, or like it doesn't use up a full action. Monuments are additionally something you can do at the end of your turn if you have enough coins to purchase them. So like I said, there are the 3 monuments here. You have the gate, which costs you 8 coins. You have the wharf tower. Is it the wharf? No. Ward tower, which costs you 7 coins. And then you also have the statue, which costs you 6. So I have 6 coins. I'm going to spend all 6 of those coins, and I'm going to place out this tower because, or not tower, I'm going to place out the statue because the statue is going to get you victory points based off of where you place it and how many temples are in that district. So I'm going to place my sculpture, my statue, not sculpture, my statue here because we already have 2 temples. So that's awesome. I will say that I do additionally get 1 influence in one of these 2 here. And I think I'm going to gain 1 influence on the key because I pass over this line and I gain 1 good of my choice. So I think I'm going to get a wood. There we go. And now I have a statue there and I'm going to gain victory points for every temple there at the end of every single round, which is great. So that is everything for my first turn or second turn? That was my first turn. Okay, so the AI moves into their second turn, which is that they are going to do a recruit action. So we're going to roll this die for them again. We're going to do 1. So based off of this little chart here, they're going to take the farthest left card. They're going to go up that track. So they're going to go up the key track. They're really staying on my butt on that key track. So that gets discarded over here. These get moved down A new card gets flipped. And then they also get to place out one of their citizens. Again, we roll the die to determine that. They rolled a 3, so round 2, 3. They're going to place it down here in Luna Grove. And they additionally are going to get one of these two things. I'm going to roll. They get 4, which would be this side here, so they are going to get another bird. Oh my goodness, they are racing up that bird track. I am nervous. Okay, so that is everything for the AI's turn. Moving on to mine. Do I want to do another boat action? That's an option. That is an option. Okay. I think I'm going to use my influence die. I'm going to use a boat action or a ship action because I used that specific die, the influence die. I do gain additional influence. I'm going to go up on bird because they're shooting up that track and it's making me nervous. So I'm going to do a bird. Is that what I wanted to do? It would probably be better for me to do... You know what? I'm going to take that back. I'm not going to do a bird action. I'm going to first... what am I saying? Not a bird action. I'm not going to do a ship action. I am actually going to do a manor action first. So I am using a magic die, which doesn't get me the additional wood, but that is fine. I'm going to use 2 wood, 1, 2, and 1 magic as a wild. And I'm going to place one of these manors, which I need to remember that I do have this one uncovered. So whenever I place a manor, I get an additional influence on one of the 2 guild tracks, depending on where I place this. And I think I'm going to place the ship action one, and I'm going to place here in Luna Grove. So I gain 1 of each of these. So I am going to gain 1 bird and 1 hammer. And then additionally, I can gain another one of these 2. So I'm going to gain another bird. I pass over this, so I gain a resource of my choice. So I'm going to gain a wood just to get 1 out there. And then that is everything for my turn. Moving over to the AI's third action, they're going to take a windmill action. So they are just going to roll the die, which is a 4. So for round 2, it's going to be this. And for the windmills, you are actually placing the windmills on one of these roads in between 2 districts. So it's giving you half a CP or half a control power to 2 different spots. So they are going to go 4, which is this spot, and they're going to go around clockwise to this road, and they are going to place a windmill. So they now have half a control power on both Luna Grove and Iron Pit. So interesting. They have 1.5 here. I only have 1, so I need to maybe do a windmill action as well. Okay, so I've done the math, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a boat here. So, is that what I want to do? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to place my influence die here. Because I'm using an influence die for the ship action, I do gain an influence. So I'm going to gain 1 helmet just to get myself up with the AI. And then additionally, because I have this one uncovered, I gain 2 coins whenever I take the ship action. And I'm going to place out these 2. And I have lots of stone and food. So I am going to sell a stone and sell a food here. So that means that I do go down 1 stone, 1 food, and I get either 1 influence or 2 coins. I think I'm going to grab 2 coins, 1, 2. And then for here, I gain 1 coin and 1 victory point for selling that. Boom. Okay. So I did my crates here. I got everything for that. And then additionally, I can use the ship action again, which I'm going to do. I spend 1 wood and 1 magic. So 2 wood in total. And I'm going to place another one of my ships out, and I'm going to place it here in iron pit. All right, so my camera has overheated, so we are giving that a little bit of time to cool off, and while that is cooling off, we're quickly going to do the AI's 2 additional things, as well as the scoring. So hopefully you guys can see, I think you can see if I don't have the top camera on, but for this, they are going to be placing out their lighthouse, which we are going to be rolling this die here, and they are going to place it on 6, which is the bottom. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Well, look at that. They're gonna have more influence than me, even though I tried. I tried to overtake them, but they have come with a surprise lighthouse. There we go. And then lastly, if they have a coin, wood, or magic, which they have a coin, so they could do coin, but they cannot because there's no coin selling here on the wharf. So they are not doing anything with the wharf again, which is awesome. The nice thing about the seeing what die they're going to be using in the wharf for that round, you can kind of try to make sure that doesn't happen, which is nice. So you have a little bit of control about that. So yeah, they're not going to be able to sell anything there. So it is now the end of the round. We are again going to score for control of these 3 now. So that is everything for that round. I'm quickly going to do the reset, and then we are going to move on to round number 3. All right, so I can roll this here. 2, so a green tower is going to be added to number 2. Uh-oh. Okay, and then we are going to re-roll all of these dice. All right, so we got some coins, we got some food, got lots of magic. Okay, so those are the dice that we are working with here. I will say that for round 3, we are vying for control of these 3 top districts here. So the AI is going to go first again. So they are going to right away get this influence die, and they're going to go up on their lowest. So they're going to go up on the hammer. I am going to grab, I can't gain 2 coins, so there's no point in me gaining coins. The AI for this round is wanting the influence die, the stone die, and coins for the selling / buying. So I think I'm going to grab the stone. So I gain 1 stone. Like I said, I'm going full on temple strategy this time. So we have 2 more temples to get out there. So I'm going to grab the stone. The AI is then going to grab a coin. I'm not going to grab the coin, so they're going to grab that other coin, and I'm just going to grab I'm going to grab a magic. I'm going to grab a magic. So I gain that magic here. And then, like I said, the AI is going to grab this second coin. Oopsie. And I am going to grab a food. I'll grab a food. When you're drafting, it's kind of important to think to the 3 different actions that you're wanting to play on this round. So for me, I took into account that I possibly want to take the action of the temple, so I tried to grab a stone. I'm thinking that I might do another recruit action as well, so I took the food, and I'm thinking I might take a harvest action, which I haven't taken yet, so I will be able to explain that one to you guys. I think I might take a harvest action as well, so I took the magic. So those are the 3 that are connected to those 3 actions, so that I do gain those benefits. So that is everything for the draft. Then the AI is going to go first. Yet again, they're going to do a recruit again. So they're going to be placing out one of their little meeples, and they're going to be taking one of these cards up here. So we're going to roll this die. They rolled a 5, so they're going to be taking the middle one here. They're going to be taking the smuggler. That's going to get discarded. These will get moved over. A new one gets flipped out. And then we're going to roll a die for where they're going to place their citizen, which additionally, I forgot, they are going to go up on the key track. Where are they on the key track? Oh no. They're ahead of me on 3 of the 4 tracks. This is not good. And then they rolled a 6 for where their citizen is going to go. For round 3, 5, and 6 are this area here. So I'll place that there, which is interesting. I maybe want to get my gate out over here then. That'll be nice. So that is everything for the AI's turn. They are going to either go up on the bird or the key track. That's a 5, so they're going to go for the rightmost. So they're going to go for the key as well, or key again. Okay, and then my turn. Like I said, I think I'm going to get a temple out. Ooh, do I want to do that? That's going to take some coins. That would not be good. I could do a manor. Don't really, oh no, can't do a manor because I don't have any wood. Okay, I'll do that. It's going to cost me 2 coins, but it's fine because it's going to get me victory points at the end of the game. I'm going to use my stone die. I'm going to gain 1 stone. I'm going to get my temple here, which I have to pay 2 stone for. And I'm going to place this out in Penumbra. So that means that even my own temples I have to pay for as well. So I have to pay 2 coins because there's already 2 temples in Penumbra. So I'm going to place my temple there. If you guys remember, the statue actually scores 4 temples, so that is that. And I'm going to get to go up 2 on key and 2 on bird, which is great because 1, 2, and 1, 2. Those are the 2 that the AI seems to be going up quite a bit on. So those are the tracks that I went up. I paid my coins. We are good. Moving on to the AI's second turn. So that's going to be that they are going to put out a windmill. So again, we're going to roll this die. They're going to go 4, which 4 is here for the 3rd round. So moving clockwise, they're going to place a windmill here. Great. Love that for me. Also, I think I just realized that when I placed out their gate, I don't think I gave them the victory points for that. Whenever they place out a windmill, they do not gain, not victory points, influence. Whenever you place out a windmill, you don't gain influence, and whenever you place out a ship, you don't gain influence, but they should have gained influence for their gate based off of one of these 4. So for a 4, we'll do A, B, C, D. So we're going to roll here, A, B, C, D. So they're going to gain 1 on the hammer track. For some reason, it just dawned on me. I looked at the gate and I was like, wait, I don't think I gave them influence for that. I did that quite a long time ago. Okay, so they did their windmill, which was here, and that is everything for their turn because they don't get influence for that. But that does give them another half for here. So they're gonna have 1, 2.5 currently, and I only have 2. So I need to get some more influence here. Definitely need to get more influence here. They're not too much of a threat here, but there is 2 green buildings here. So I'm currently tied with the green buildings. So I just need influence in all 3 of them, which is not great. It's not great for me. Okay, so I was gonna do the harvest action, which would be able to get me a half a point somewhere, or a half a control power somewhere. So I could do that, and I could additionally get some more goods. So maybe I will do that. So I'm going to take this magic die, and because I'm using the magic die for the harvest action, I do gain the benefit here, which is I gain 1 good of my choice. I'm going to gain 1 wood because I have no wood, and then I gain the 3 die that are up here. So I'm going to gain 2 magic, 1, 2, and 1 food. And then I additionally gain 1 influence of my choice. So I'm going to go up on the helmet just so I am kind of in line with them on all of the tracks. So that's that. And then additionally, I can pay 2 food. So I'm going to do that. 1, 2. And I'm going to place out a windmill. All right. So if I place a windmill here, I'm going to be able to match them here, which would be good. And then I would also match them here. So I think that's my best option for where to place. If I put it here, I would have to pay a coin because they already have a windmill here. It's not really going to do me any good for the Nor High because they have so many influence there. Okay, I think I'm good with that. I'm going to place my windmill in between Luna Grove and Penumbra. And that is everything for my turn. Moving over to the AI's final turn, they are going to be placing out a manor. So we are going to grab this and we are going to roll the die, see what they're going to place. I rolled a 1, so that's going to be Bazani Gate. So they're going to place there. They're going to gain a hammer and a helmet. Boom and boom. They just passed me on both of those, which is not great. And that is everything for their turn. And then for my last turn, I think I'm going to do the recruit action. So because I'm using a food for that, I do gain 1 food. And I do get to purchase one of these citizen cards. Which one is going to allow me to do the most? That's kind of fun. I think I might grab the guard. So this is going to cost me 1 food. The guard is an ability that doesn't, it's not an ongoing ability. It's an automatic, just one-time ability. So this is going to allow me to gain 2 coins. So 1, 2. It's going to allow me to gain 1 of any good. So I'm going to grab a wood and then I'm going to gain 2 influence of my choice. Ooh. I'm not going to do either of these because I can only gain 1 coin right now and passing this line would give me 3. So I am going to gain 1 influence here and 1 influence here. So I did pass over this line. That gives me 1 of these. So I'm going to gain a food and then this guard is just going to be placed beside me. And I do gain a helmet influence. Boom. Amazing. And then wherever I place this guy, I can gain an influence on one of those 2 as well. And I think just so that I can at least get the 2nd place, I'm going to place my person here. Is that the best option? Or should I just not care about that and place my person here? Because I believe that would allow me to win Luna Grove. I think that's a good option. And then I either choose to get a hammer or a bird. I'm not going to choose bird. I'm going to choose hammer. That allows me to go over this line as well and gain another good of my choice. I'm going to gain a magic. Boom, boom. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. I'm going to move these over. Do this. And that is everything for the round. The AI is going to put out their ward tower. And for the ward tower, it is that they are gaining victory points based off of manors. So wherever there is the most manors, that is where the AI is going to go. Clearly it's going to go here. So they're going to place their ward tower up here. That's my ward tower. Don't place your own ward tower, Jenna. The AI is going to place their ward tower here. And at the end of every single round, for the next 3 rounds, they're going to gain victory points based off of manors in this area here. So they're going to place that there and they are going to gain an influence of one of these 2. So I'll roll the die. They will gain a, so it's the left side, they're going to gain a helmet. So they are again right up there with me. And then lastly for the AI, they do want to sell, which they do not have stone, magic, or food, so they are not going to be selling that round. And I also didn't sell, so there's no sort of majority there on the wharf. So we're going to get into the scoring for this round, which this scoring we are going to score 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to start with 2 here. I have 2 influence, the AI has 1, and they have 2. So we are, me and the green, tie for first. So we're going to add 6 to 4, so that's 10 divided by 2. I gain 5 victory points. So I'm at 39, and then the AI does get 2. So 1, 2. For number 3, nor high, the AI has 1, 2, 3.5. So clearly they win that. So they get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I tie for second. So we're going to add 4 and 2 together, divided by 2. So I gain 3. 1, 2, 3. And for number 4 here, Penumbra, I have 2.5. The AI has 2.5 as well. So we're going to tie. We're both going to get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And that is everything for the control scoring. And then we're going to move into the monuments. The AI is going to gain 1, 2. For their gate, they're going to gain 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 for their ward tower. And I gain 1, 2, 3 for my statue, for all of the temples there. So that is everything for that. I will add the AI would gain 4 ships, but they do not have any ships based off of their lighthouse, which actually I think I might want to try to get my lighthouse out this round because you gain victory points for your lighthouse based off of the ships. So the lighthouse is kind of different than any other building. So it does count as a manor, so it does count for CP, but then it also counts as a monument as well. So it does gain you victory points per ship that you have in that district. So maybe I want to start moving my boats around and build my lighthouse in this next round. So that is everything for this round. I'm going to quickly clean everything up and then we'll get into the 4th round. All right, so moving on to the 4th round, we are getting close to the end. I'm going to roll all of these dice, place those over here. Ooh, wow, we have lots of magic this round. Holy, we got wood, we got coins. Okay, so the AI is still in second, only 2 behind me. So they are going to be going first. They are going to take the influence die, of course, and then they're going to go up on their lowest track. So they're going to go up on the hammer track. I think I will take, ooh, I really need to get that manor out so that I can get my gate and my ward tower out, because I need either 7 points or 7 coins or 8 coins to get one of those 2 out. So that means I need to build some more manors. So I'm going to get the wood. So I do gain 1 wood for that. Okay, and then the AI is going to take the coins, which I'm totally fine with that. I think I'm going to grab, I guess I'll grab a food. It's fine with me. I gain a food here. And then the AI is going to draft this food. And then I will draft one of the many magics here that was rolled. And then all 3 of these are magic, which is pretty crazy. So the AI is going to go first. For the 4th round, they are going to build their 3rd and final windmill. We're going to roll this to see. Number 3 on round 4 is Iron Pit, moving clockwise. We're going to place it here. Okay, that is everything for their turn. My turn. Like I said, I really need to get this manor out here. So I'm going to use this wood. That means I gain 1 wood because I'm going to use it for the manor action. I'm going to spend 3 wood, 1, 2, 3, to place out one of my manors. Like I said, I'm going to do this one so that I can get it out of the way. I gain my 3rd cargo container there. And I'm going to place this out for the 4th round. These 3 down here are going to get scored. So, also if you guys hear some noises, Francis is upstairs. He works from home, so you guys might hear him every once in a while. He has finished working for the day. So I'm going to place out this, I think here on the arc garage, I believe. There are no monuments here or no manors here, sorry, so I don't have to pay anything additional. And I'm going to gain 1 on the hammer and 1 on the key track. So I'm going to go here and here. That gains me 3 coins, which perfect timing for me getting this manor out of the way. Awesome, awesome. And that is everything. Oh, I also additionally get another one of these two because I have that manor uncovered. So I'm gonna go up here on the helmet track. All right, so the second action for the AI is going to be, they're going to be placing a manor as well. I will say that you're supposed to like place these down as the AI takes their turns, but I don't really feel like it needs to be done because I'm just like keeping track on their little sheet here. But for their second action, they're going to be placing out a manor, and we are going to roll this die here. We have a 4, so they're gonna place in this bottom one here. Oh snap. And then that means that they're going to go up on helmet, helmet, and keys. So 1 on key and 1 on helmet. Oh boy, I'm getting nervous for these tracks. All right, so moving on to my next turn. I don't know what I want to do. I do have the sculptor, so I could use one of these 2 die for the temple action. Could do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. So for the sculptor, I can use any die as a stone. So I'm going to use the food. Maybe not. I'm going to use the magic as a stone. So that means that I am going to gain 1 stone because I'm going to use it as a temple action. And I have to spend 1 2 stone. And where do I want to place my temple? The thing is that I would love to place it here to gain some more victory points, but it's not going to be worth it because I'm going to have to spend 3 coins in order to place it there. Also, these 3 are not going to be getting scored. The monuments also, they always score. No matter what districts are being scored for power, the monuments always score wherever they are. But I think I want to make sure that I'm getting enough power in certain places. So right here for the AI, they do have 1, 2, and then half and half, so 3 power here. I only have 1. I could add this here to get 2, to at least get second place. I have 2.5 here. The AI only has 1.5. And then I have 2 here. The AI only has 1. So I think my best option would to be placing it in Iron Pit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to place this in Iron Pit. I don't have to pay any coins because there's no other temples here. But I do gain 2 on helmet and 2 on key. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2. I do gain 3 coins, but I can only gain 2. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it's fine. And then additionally for my turn, I do think because I have the full 10 coins, I think I'm gonna do or place one of my monuments. So what would be my best option for monuments right now? I think probably placing the gate would be my best option. So I'm going to spend that full 8 coins and I'm gonna place my gate out where I have the most citizens. There's 2 citizens here and 1 here. So I think I might place my gate here so that I'm going to gain 3 victory points for those. And then I do gain, 2 influence. Shoot. So I do think the AI should have gotten another one here. So I think let's roll for a second influence for the AI for their gate. 3, so A, B, C. They're going to go up on key one more time. Apologies for that. I totally just didn't give them any influence for their gate. So I'm going to gain 2 from these 4. Where do I want to go up? I think I'm going to gain 1 bird. So I'm going to gain 3 coins back, which is great. And then where else do I need influence? Should I gain 1 hammer as well? Or should I gain maybe 1 key? Key's an option. So I'll gain 1 key. So I can get over this line, and that's going to get me 1 victory point. So I placed out that, and awesome. So it is now back to the AI for round 4. They are going to place out a temple. Ooh. So they're going to place out a temple. Let's see where they're going to place that out. On 6 for round 4 is going to be here. Great. I really wish they placed it. No, I don't wish they placed it there. This is this is fine. I just need to get maybe one more thing here, but they're gonna place a temple here. They're gonna gain 2 hammer, 2 key, 1, 2, oh no, 2 hammer, oh no. All right, so that is everything for the AI's turn. Back to me. I don't know what I want to do here. Is there anything here that will help me? I think I'll take this one here. So this one is the constable, and they're going to get me 2 victory points whenever I put out a manor, which I think will be good because on my last round, I think I might place out a few different manors. But that gets me 1 influence on helmet. So I'm going to go up on helmet and place that there. Additionally, I get to put out my little citizen here. So I almost rolled for myself. Jenna, we're not rolling for you. You get to choose. So we're going to be scoring for the bottom 3. So I think maybe to get myself some more victory points for my gate, I might place this guy here. Because, no, I'm already winning there, so I don't think I need that. They have 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2. I could add him here to get us tied. Here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're all tied here as well. So I think I am going to put it here, and I can choose either key or helmet. Let's do key. Yeah, get me a little bit further on that track. And that is everything. The AI has already taken their 3rd action, which was temple. And then lastly, the AI is going to be placing their statue. And they're going to place where they will get the most victory points for temples, which I've already placed here, so the AI cannot go there. So they are either going to place in Iron Pit, the Archerage, or Bazani Gate. So, because all 3 of these have 1 temple each. Actually, this one has a temple as well. So we'll do A, B, C, or D. Let's roll this. Whoa. 5 is roll again. 1, so A. So they are going to place their statue here in Iron Pit, like so. And then they do gain 1 of these 2 for influence. So they're going to get 5, which is B, so that is helmet. So they're going to get 1 influence on helmet. There we go. All right, so moving into their buying/selling, food, wood, or magic. They have food, so they could green. Ooh, so they are actually going to sell. They're going to take 1 of their crates and food here. And that gets them 1 influence. All right, so because they gain 1 influence, I don't know exactly if it's their highest that they gain or their lowest. So I'm just gonna roll. So it's A, B, C, or D. So let's roll. 6 is roll again. 5 is roll again. I'm going off of this little chart here. So 3 is C, so A, B, C. Of course, they're gonna move up on that one. Okay. So that is everything for the wharf. So we're going to get into the control, the CP scoring. So and then the AI is actually going to gain 3 for the ward control over here. So they're going to gain 1, 2, 3. Oh no. But at least for the last round, I'm going to be able to be first place, or like first player. So that'll be good. So let me quickly do all of the reset stuff, and then we'll get on to the last round. All right, so I'm all finished with cleanup. I did have to reshuffle some of the citizen cards, and the green building was placed on Luna Grove. So we're going to get back into the last round. I am the first player for this one, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna roll all of the dice. We're gonna put them into the different categories here. Lots of stone, which unfortunately I have already put out all of my temples, so I don't really need the stone. Okay, so for me, I am the first player. I think just to make sure that I'm good with my influence tracks, which as of right now, I'm ahead of the AI on 3 of the tracks, but just barely. I'm going to draft an influence die, and I'm gonna go up on, I'm gonna go up on the hammer. because that's the only one that I'm behind the AI on. So we're now on the same track, but that means that the AI is going to grab this influence die. They're going to go up on their lowest tracks. They're going to go up on the bird track. The AI will then do stone, which honestly I don't really care too much for the stone. They will take the stone, and it's one of the ones that they will sell at the wharf, but the only line that has stone is the middle one, which is the buying of goods. So the AI does not buy, they only sell the goods, so they are not going to be able to do that. So I'm just going to leave the stone for the AI to have. I think that's going to be the best option for me. I think I'm going to do this coins, because I'm going to grab 2 coins, because I still do need to purchase my ward tower for 7 coins. So that'll be good for me. The AI will take this stone, and then I will take wood, because I do want to build maybe another 1 or 2, probably just 1 more manor, and I'll probably do my lighthouse most likely. And then the AI is going to again take 1 of these stones. So that is everything for the draft. The draft goes really quickly once you know how the game plays and what you're looking for and stuff. But it is now my turn first, and I think right off the bat I am going to take my wood, which I think I should have gotten 1 wood when I drafted that. So I'm going to take my wood, I'm going to use a manor action, so I do gain 1 wood for doing that with a wood die. And I'm going to place my lighthouse for 1, 2, and I'm going to use a magic for 3. And I'm going to place this out on, is this where I want to go? I think I'm going to place it out here. So for this, for manors, I do have to pay 1 per manor, so the AI does have 1, so I'm going to pay 1 coin. And I am going to go up once on the helmet and once on the hammer. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to go up here. So I gain 3 coins and 1 victory point. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to gain 1, 2, 3 coins. All right, so that is my turn. The AI is going to go next. They are also going to place one of their manors out, and they are going to place it in 5, which for round 5, it goes in actual 5. So it's going to go here. They're going to go up on hammer and bird. Of course they're going to go up on hammer. That's the one that I'm trying to get ahead of them on. And bird, of course. So I am not technically in front of any of the AI's tracks because they are on the same track of 2 of them as me. So, oh no, I'm ahead of them on the helmet track. We're good. So that's everything for the AI. It's going to go back to me. I think I'm going to do the ship action. So I'm going to use the influence die. Because I did take the ship action, I do gain 2 coins, but unfortunately I can only add 1. I do gain additionally 1 influence of my choice, so I am going to go up on the hammer track. I want to get ahead of them in some of those. And then I can choose to use any of my cargo boxes in order to do some things here. So I only have 1 wood to sell. I could sell a magic. So I'm going to sell 1 wood, 1 magic for some influence, and then another magic down here. So I'm going to sell 1, 2 magic and 1 wood. I'm going to gain 2 influence. I'm going to choose influence. So I'm going to gain 1 and 2 here. So I gain 2 victory points for that. 1, 2. Okay. And then I do gain 1 victory point here. Boom. And then I am going to take the secondary action. I got scared for a second because I don't have any wood, but I'm not placing a ship out. I'm actually going to move one of my ships. So you can additionally, if you have ships out already, you can pay 2 coins, which I'm going to do, 1, 2, and I'm going to move one of my ships. So I'm going to move this ship here all the way over to where this ship is here. So that when I score for my lighthouse, I have 2 ships there, which will be awesome. So that is everything for my turn. I spent my 2 coins. I will actually spend my 7 coins. So I'm gonna go down all the way to 1, and I'm gonna put out my ward tower. And this is going to be based off of manners. So where would I get the most victory points for manners? Got 2 there. We have 2 here, we got 2 here. I think I'm gonna put it in Luna Grove, right here, like that, because I might maybe put something else there, we will see. The AI is going to take their second turn. They're gonna place out their last temple. We're gonna roll this. They're gonna place it on number 2. Oh, okay. And they're gonna go up 2 on hammer and 2 on helmet. Oh, good Lord. 1, 2, and 2 on hammer. 1, 2. Oh, they're ahead of me on hammer. Uh-oh. That's not good. So that is everything for the AI's turn. And then for my last turn, I have a coin die. So the coin die doesn't really apply to any of these, but do I want to... Actually, I can't. I can't place out a manor, unfortunately. I could do another person if I wanted. I could recruit. Is there anything here that gets me something automatically? So this one here would gain me an influence. Could do that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll use the coin, and I will use that to do a recruit action. So I have to spend however many, I have to spend 2. So I'll spend 2 food to gain the assassin. I will gain 1 influence in the key. So I go here. Okay. Maybe I should have gained something here that would have gotten me influence on one of those tracks that I am behind on. No, it's fine. And then automatically for this, I do gain an influence and 6 coins. So I'm going to go all the way up to 7 coins. And I'm going to gain 1 influence in any of my choice. So I'm going to go up on hammer. And then lastly, for the little citizen meeple, I think I'm going to place on one of these 2 spaces to help me with my gate. So let's do, am I winning here? I have 2.5, they have 2.5. So I could place here, and that would allow me to at least win on Penumbra. I have 2.5 here. They also have 2.5. Okay, so I could place it on either or. So I think I'm going to place it right here, like that. And then the AI's last turn, they are going to be also recruiting. So we're going to roll this die to determine where they are going to take a card from. So they're going to take this one here. They're going to go up on helmet. Oh no. Which also I forgot. I placed here, so I either get hammer or bird. I'm going to go up on hammer just to make sure that I am ahead of them. They already went up on helmet, so that's going to get discarded. And then let's roll this to see where they're going to place their person, their citizen. So number 4 is going to be here. Oh, thank you so much. Unfortunately, they're going to beat me on that one. So that's unfortunate, but they do get me a victory point for giving me another citizen by my gate. So that's awesome. Lastly, for the AI, they are going to sell, and I don't think they're going to. They have 2 stone, and there is no stone that they can sell here. So they're not going to sell, which is, I believe, why I let them have the stone at the beginning. So that is everything for the AI's turn, and that is everything for the game. We are going to do the final, I keep on wanting to say combat, control scoring. So we're going to start with 1 here. And then lastly, last is you get victory points for where you are on the tracks at the end of the game. I gain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they gain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 for this track. I gain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They gain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. For this track here, we are tied for first. So we are both going to gain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then thankfully, I am in first for this one as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. That is the end of the game with a final score of me with 139 and the AI with 128. So I did beat them by, what, 9 points? 11 points. So I beat them by 11 points. I feel like I did pretty good. All right, so that's going to be everything for the solo playthrough of Castellans of Valeria. A huge thank you again to Daily Magic Games for sponsoring today's playthrough. Hopefully you guys were able to kind of get a feel of how the solo game plays, as well as honestly the multiplayer game. Like I said, it's very similar to the multiplayer. It's just every player has their own player board and they're vying for control of these 6 different districts and all of the different guild tracks and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. Be sure to check out the Kickstarter campaign of Castellans of Valeria. It'll be on June 13th, so go and check that out. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile, and I will see you guys in the next board game video. Bye, friends.